Hey everyone, welcome to Gigi's Honeybees. Today is Tuesday, May the 12th, and I'm going to go out into my hives in a minute and check to see if there's any honey. I'm hoping to get a spring harvest, but we'll see. Thanks for watching. I'm going to give y'all a little look at what's happening on the outside. A lot of activity, a lot of movement with my bees. So I'm hoping that's a good sign that they're out pulling in nectar. So they all got a good bit of activity happening. We'll check on the other two on the other stand in here shortly. But I'm going to try to get into all of these and see if any frames at all can be pulled to harvest some honey. Alright, I'm going to set y'all up right here so y'all can watch me work. Okay, I don't have my microphones. They broke and I haven't gotten them replaced yet. But this hive here, these all 10 frame colonies that I have, I believe are going to have the most honey in them right now. So I'm going to start with those. But anxious to see what's happening. And I don't have any fume boards, so I can't put a fume board out on them and come back and harvest later. So I'm going to go about the old-fashioned way. I've got a tote here that I'm going to put the honey frames in. And as I replace the honey frames with new foundation, these haven't been drawn out. So it'll give them something to do, but I believe with the nectar flow like it should be, they won't have any problem drawing them out. I did not bring my smoker because I don't want to smoke the honey. I don't want it to be tainted with smoke. Here's my tote that I'm going to put the honey frames in as I extract, and I'm going to brush the bees off of them, and hopefully that'll work, and I won't have to worry about not having a fume board. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Alright. On the lid. Squish the bees, which I don't like to see. I try so hard not to squish the bees, but it's inevitable, I think. Okay. Some bees crawling around on the top. I always just like to glance just to make sure my queen ain't up here. Don't know why she would be, but it wouldn't hurt to just be sure. Alright, so this top box they haven't done a whole lot in. It looks like they're just beginning to draw it out. So this frame has got a little bit of drawn comb on it, and this one as well. But nothing's stored in it yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this top box and get down into the second super that I have in here. I got them supered up really good because we have the new nectar flow coming in with the tallow trees, better known as the popcorn trees. So I wanted to be sure when that hit that they had plenty of space to store some honey. Might be a few frames in here we might can get. Let me see. Let's see what we got. Stuck together. Just a tiny bit of drawing on that. Not a lot, but enough. Real quick, just glance through here. Not a lot happening. A little bit of drawing coming. Not in stores yet. They not have any that I can store. I was hoping they would have by now. Maybe this one. Okay, so they're just beginning to store the nectar up here. Alright, I was really hoping this bottom box would be full, but it's not. But that doesn't mean the other ones that I'm looking at today. Sometimes I'm just slower getting going. Alright, this one has just a tiny bit of cap honey on the frame. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait. Maybe another week. See, I'm bringing in some bright orange pollen on its little hind legs. Pollen baskets, or pollen pants as we like to call them. This one, same thing. They're just getting up here, so I'm gonna put this back together and let them stay busy. I'm not gonna go into the brood box today. I just wanted to check to see if there was any that I could pull to extract. Okay. Put all this back together, and we'll move on down the line to the next box. I don't want to squish y'all, girls, but y'all gotta get out of the way. Okay. Put this back on. Like so. Let y'all get right back to what you were doing before I interrupt you. I think y'all are still okay sitting there where you are. Let's see if this one's fine. Centipede, we've never seen that. How many bees on this top lid? That's not looking promising. But like I said, they've got 2 supers on here, so they're not in here at all. Just a tad bit of bees walking around this top box. I'm just going to move it over like I did the other one. I don't see a whole lot going on here. Just allow me to look. Don't make sense in keeping looking. They haven't done anything. Nothing. Well, that's disturbing. Really wanting to find some honey in here. Whoa, what are y'all doing? What are you doing? We'll put this one back together and go down to the next one. Y'all down just a little bit. Keep watching. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got in this one. These up here in the top. This one only has 1 super on it, so we'll see if they've done anything with it. It's better than the other one did. I'm not gonna, unless it's just a solid frame of honey when I pull this box off eventually. Unless it's a solid frame of honey, I'm not going to steal from the blue box. I think that honey should be theirs unless they have one solid sheet of honey. And I might stop. Alright, I'll put this one back in there. Alright. This one, if I'm remembering right, I know this one was doing well, this one here on this side of me, but this one I think was also doing somewhat good. Let's see. A lot of bees on my head. Quick. Nothing on that phone, okay. They're not working in the top box yet. I mean, they're in it, but they're not storing anything in there yet. Alright, this one's got maybe a frame. Maybe a frame. Had so much ugly weather here lately, they're probably not happy at all. Got a lot of drones in here. Okay, this looks promising. So they're starting to tap it over. That is what we've done when it gets finished. And we're going to get it on today, it looks like. The next one, maybe. This has some root in it. So my queens got up here and started laying, which is not ideal. But we knew that. This is the colony that had just a few frames in it to start out with, and then I added some more at a later date. Probably not the best tactic to do. That's why they weren't happy with me. This is some of their brood that I've disturbed. But there's also wait for that brood to hatch. And clean out that baby back back over. Get after it. All right. Move y'all again. On down the line. Alright, I think y'all will be able to see me there. If any of them is going to have any honey on it today, this will be the colony that does. Let's see what we got. That looks good. There's a lot of bees on top. Looks like there's bottom here. Let's see what we got. Bees working every frame. Maybe they're fixing to get started. I'm storing some in these outer frames. Okay. Down. One good frame here, it looks like. So we got honey stores, nectar stores, nothing capped yet. So they are storing. Good. Like that. And this one next to it. This has some nectar stored, not capped yet. Top box. So I'm gonna put this one back together and move down to this bottom super, where I hope I might find some capped honey. Feel like I'm on a treasure hunt. Looking for that honey. Looking for the honey. Alright, put this back on. This over. In the next box. Got a lot of bees in this box. It would be nice if they would completely fill it up with honey. Good population. There's so many bees on here. Alright, they're drawing this side out. And the queen's been up here. So we have brood on this bottom box as well. A little bit of honey on the outside. That's a good brood pattern. I hate that it's in my honey super, but it's a good brood pattern. I need to get me some more queen excluders so maybe I can keep her out of the supers. But I haven't done it yet. I don't have them yet. Okay, so let me see what we got here. In this frame, the opposite of the one I just pulled. This one has mostly nectar with a little bit of brood. And the other one had more brood than it did nectar. This side is more brood. But she does have a beautiful laying pattern. Very pretty. Very consistent all the way across. Same thing on this side. At the top where she's laid, it's just solid. More brood. I really was hoping my queen would stay down in the bottom. But she didn't. She got on this nice new comb and went to town. Alright, so it's not looking very good. I really thought if any of my hives would have honey, it would have been this one. Unless they're putting it in the bottom box. Another frame of brood. Oh my goodness. Why is she up here laying? Solid frame of brood. Very pretty. She's pretty. She's pretty and she's doing a great job. Set this down. Over the other side. Yes, she's right here. My baby queen is right here. You need to get back in the bottom, lady. Apart, but all right. So no honey today out of this one. And you got this one as well. I was trying to run just single deeps, but the queen said no. I need more room. It's funny, I could tell on that frame that she was going to be on it just because of the way the bees were moving around on the frame. Another solid sheet of brood. So she's doing excellent. This colony is doing really well. This one was my very first swarm I caught. And she's just, yeah, another frame of brood. Put this one back together. So no honey out of this one either. Which is sad. Like I said, I thought if any of my colonies would give me honey this soon, it would be this one. I'm really regretting not having some queen excluders to prevent the queen from getting up here. Okay, so this is a note to myself. I need to get my queen excluders in and get them put on, even though there's brood up here already. I need to move the queen back down to the bottom box and get these top boxes geared up for honey. They don't need to have all that brood in there. It just needs to be honey. So I need to at some point very soon get some excluders in here. Alright. Let me know in the comments, do you like metal queen excluders or do you like the plastic ones? And why? Why do you choose the one over the other? Because I'd like to know before. Like I said, I have a few, and I think they're mostly plastic. But I'm thinking the metal would be better. But y'all tell me in the comments what y'all use, because I don't know. I don't know which is better. Alright, there's nothing happening in this top box. And this is an 8 frame. And this is some equipment that was donated to me, and I'm very thankful to have it. Because with all these swarms that I caught this year of my own bees, I needed to do it. There's not a whole lot. This is a smaller hive. There's got the comb thrown out and stuff, but I'm not even going to go any further. That's not going to get me anything today. We've inspected 6 colonies, not inspected, we've looked in 6 colonies so far, and 0 honey. That's not good. This one is a smaller colony as well. This was one of the last 2 swarms I caught. I don't see anything going on in this top box, didn't expect to. Box for just a second. Got full box of bees down here. So I'm seeing bees on every frame. So that's good. Got a lot of drones. But these bees are calm. These bees are very, very calm. Which I'm thankful for, because I don't like to have bees that are aggressive or easily agitated. They just keep coming out and I keep squishing them. I don't want to do that, but it's hard not to. Cover you back up, girls. I'll get busy. Alright. This is number 8. Very small. Just like 3 frames of bees. So these 2 small colonies, this one I have here and this one here, I need to feed, because it doesn't look like they're going to produce anything this season. So I'm going to put some feed on there and see what happens. So that's the end of those. I'm gonna get set up for the other two down on the end here and see what we have with those. Alright, I got a little bit of activity on both of these hives. These are the two hives that I had to requeen. These were just very, very aggressive, and I mean, you couldn't even come out in the yard. Okay, this top box has nothing. Not even a whole lot of bees up there yet. Get that off and take a gander down here. Got a lot of bees down here though. A lot of bees, a lot of bees. I need to get busy and get these combs up here drawn out. Alright, so no honey here either. I'm not going to do a full-on inspection because I don't feel like they need to be looked at. I think they're doing okay. They're doing okay. Alright, this is my last one. Top. There's 8 frames in here. Not as many bees in this colony, but I need that. The hive beetles, I just want to make a note of that. The hive beetles have been ridiculous in these two colonies. When I got them, they were covered in hive beetles. So I've got the swivel sheets here. They're doing a very good job at trapping them. So we shall see. No honey yet. Oh, that's sad. I was really wanting some honey. Alright. There we go. Alright, so we very quickly, in just a few minutes time, looked at every colony that I have, all 10. I did see where some might need some help with some sugar water, which I'll probably put on those 2 small hives over there. They're doing good, although they're not giving me any honey just yet. They are doing good. But there's a lot of things in bloom right now. Like I said, the hawthorn trees are just starting to get to the point of the nectar flow on them. I just hope the rain that we've had the last few days hasn't washed all the nectar away. But yeah, so hopefully getting my queen excluders. As a matter of fact, I want to go in right now and order some. Get my queen excluders on all these and getting the queen down to the bottom. What I'll do on my next inspection, I will find her and cage her and put her in the bottom, queen excluder on. You know, of course, get her out of the cage. But I think that will help. That way, when that brood does emerge, the honeybees can use those frames to backfill with nectar and pollen as needed. So that's my plan. That's what I'm planning on doing. Like I said, I'm going to go in right now and order several several queen excluders. Word right. Take care of that, and may come back down and put some sugar water on a couple of hives, just to give them an extra boost to get them going and get them drawing these combs. A lot of these frames, boxes rather, we just had plain frames. They weren't drawn, they were brand new. So that may have slowed them down a little bit because they had to build the comb first. But when you're just starting out, that's what happens. You don't have to run the comb to get to them. I'm gonna let them take advantage of it, and hopefully I'll get some honey this season. If not, maybe later on in the year when we have our own fall float, I might get some in. But I do appreciate you all watching. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notified of when I post my new video. And God bless. Y'all have a good day.